Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon White 2. So in the last part we challenged and defeated the Driftfell Gym Leader Clay, and then after that we were told that we should go meet up with him over at the Pokemon Wolrd Tournament. Now I will be doing that. But, however, I won't exactly be going to the actual World Tournament itself. Yeah, I'm actually gonna do something else first before I'm actually gonna do some things first before I even think about doing that. Now, first off, now as you can see, yeah, now we've got Gym Badge number 5. We can now get Ultra Balls, Hyper Potions, and I believe full heals. And also max, and also max bells. So yeah, now would definitely would be the best time for you to get at least some of these items, especially the Ultra Balls. Yeah, since you are going to mostly be using them in order for you to be able to get a lot more Pokemon. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Now, as for the Pokemon World Tournament itself, it is essentially another facility where you can actually get yourself your BP, just like in like in the Battle Subway. And with that BP, you can utilize that BP in order for you to be able to get items from it. Now, the items that you get from the BP are I believe they are exactly the same as they were with it in the Battle Subway. So yeah, I am not gonna go over them again. But however, the outside on the left side of this of the Pokemon Tournament, we actually have some pretty good stuff that you may want to consider going back to. Especially when it comes to your Pokemon having certain moves. Now, first off, we once again have this guy. Who would tell you? Who would tell you what Pokemon wants at the time of the hidden power that your Pokemon currently has. And then we have of course the returning move to leader, and then right next to him is of course the move reminder. Now, which is of course the place where you need to get like heart scales for if you want your Pokemon to relearn moves. To relearn the moves that they actually get by level up. Okay, now this is okay. Now since I believe I do have at least some free art scales at this point. Now I am definitely gonna be spending my time here so I can teach at least two of my Pokemon moves that they cannot get otherwise. Now first off, Lucario. Now, yeah, as you can see, he does get access to a Metal Claw and a Dark Pulse, which are the two moves that I am going to be teaching to him. Yeah, at this point, Lucario definitely needs a lot more better moves now. Yeah, Yeah, and especially a proper steel type attack too. And then I will also be teaching my Crobat, and I'll also be utilizing a heart scale to have my Crobat learn a move that he also cannot get by simply and just do level ups. Oh wait, no wait, I'm pretty sure he can, but I would say going for the move or reminder is definitely the more the beneficial for beneficial, and that is indeed this move right here, Cross Poison. Yeah, I am finally gonna be teaching my Crobat an actual a poison type move. And now here's where I will be saying a goodbye to Swift. Yeah, and of course now Crobat is almost, and I would say at this point Crobat is just about almost done with the moves moves I wanted to teach you. Yeah, and with that, that shall be all for now. But however, when a few more of my Pokemon end up like evolving, yeah, that is when I am going to come back here, so that I can also teach them moves from that too. But in the meantime, I am going to be going. Yeah, essentially, I am now once again back into the Relic Passage. Yeah, that's right, everyone. Now, this right here is in fact what the other crater that was made. That was made within Driftstone City, within the 2 years. And it was indeed the second way for you to be able to gain access to the Relic Passage. So yeah, and now at this point, we can actually start exploring more of it now. And of course, to battle against some of the trainers that are also in these sections too. Yeah. Excuse me. Okay, everyone. Now as for the Pokemon that you can now find in this section of the Relic Passage. Now we once again have Onix, Woobat, and Drillbur. But now this is another location where you can find Boldore, and also the first and also the first area where you can encounter wild girders. Yeah, so if you want to skip out on Timber and just go right to Girder, then of course this right here is the first place to look for it. But however, of course, there are indeed other places for you to be able to get yourself a girder. Yeah. But anyways, now I am gonna try once again to see if I can actually get me. Now I am gonna try once more to see if I can get Onix to show up. But however, thankfully there is still the other area past here where I can still try to find Onix, and also some other locations too where I can still get I can also still get Onix too. So if I don't find him now, then at the very least I can easily just find him later. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Since I am just gonna be going around this tunnel, around this passage, and face off against more of these trainers. Now, I may as well go over like another thing that is there on in the outside of the Pokemon World Tournament. Now there is a move tutor that will teach your starter Pokemon. As long as they are at a max friendship, and the moves that you can learn those Pokemon with. Now first off, we got the return of the pledge moves. Yeah, which of course being grass pledge, fire pledge, and lastly, water pledge. And if your starter Pokemon just so happens to be evolved, or should I say fully evolved, then you'll be able to get have your starter Pokemon learn Frenzy Plant, Blast Burn, and lastly, of course, a Hydro Cannon. So yeah, the Pokemon World Tournament, on the outside definitely offers a lot more than what the Battle Subway could ever have. And there is definitely more to the and there is of course more to the Pokemon World Tournament than you will ever know. Well, for those of you who have played this game before, you may already know what that is. Yeah, and I will definitely get to that eventually. Trust me on that. Yeah, I will definitely will show that off. But probably not all of it. Considering, some portions of the Pokemon World Tournament can be a little bit rough on me. Yeah, especially with the team that I am using. Yeah, but we'll see. But we'll see. I'm sure once we get to it. Okay, everyone. Now, since I am just about to face off against the last trainer, and then I'm going to be utilizing strength on that giant stone over there. Yeah, I may as well once again continue with the Pokemon. On with the Pokemon anime appearances now. Now, I will cover the rest of the Relic Passage. Once I actually get to that. I will tackle that within the next video, is because for something that is definitely in the next portion of the Relic Passage. Yeah, which is definitely something that you are gonna see later on. Yeah, which is something that I will definitely show off. Yeah. But anyways, now that Croba's reached level 33, I believe now. Yep, there it is. Now Crobat wants to learn acrobatics. I am most definitely teaching my Crobat that move. Okay, everyone. Now, next up on the list is Carablast. Now, Carablast is only showing up, even to this day, Carablast still hasn't shown up that much within the anime. Where it's only gotten five appearances. Within the Shiunova anime, And then, out the side of the Unified anime, it was in one like Pikachu short, which was the musical one. Then it was in the secrets. Then it was in the Secrets of the Jungle movie. Then after such a long time, it finally got to be in only for one episode again, and that was in for one episode of like Horizons. So yeah, yeah. Honestly, yeah. Carablast could definitely get more appearances in the anime, but and so with that said, that should be all I'm gonna do with this part. And so for the next part, we shall proceed on for the rest of the Relic Passage. And so to then, I'll see you guys next time.